about relating area to circumference. Now, of course, you guys don't have these images in your books, but I believe that the book or Illustrative Math wanted to put these images in the teacher's presentation or on the teacher's presentation sheet so you guys could make that real life connection with this opening exercise, okay? So I'm going to scroll all the way down. And the question says, a circular field is set into a square with an 800-meter side length. Estimate the field's area. So here is the field. Now it looks very similar to the first image. Okay. All right, let's go back down. Let's get to business. All right. So what would this 800 be? What would this 800 be considered for the circle? Even though it's the side length of a square, what would it be? While you guys figure that out, I'm going to trace that line. I'm going to move it over for you guys so you guys can make the connection. So what would this 800-meter be? Why is it relevant to helping us estimate the area of this circle? And excuse my jagged line, but if you guess that 800 meters is in fact the diameter, you are absolutely correct. And you may be wondering, well, how is it the diameter? Look at it. Well, look when I move that line. Okay, let me go back and do it again. Whoop. 800 meters is actually the diameter of the circle. Okay, so I'll leave that there so you guys can reference too. So if the diameter is 800 meters, what will be the radius, which is right here? What would be that radius? If you guess 400, you are absolutely correct. 400 meters. All right. Now, of course, we need to know the area formula so you guys could, know the process and what's going on. Okay. So area is equal to pi r squared. Okay. And remember, r squared is just r times itself. So my students that struggle with the pi equals area formula, I always put double R. Okay, I don't know, sometimes it works for them, sometimes they don't, but it's easier to say, oh, R times R instead of R squared. Why? I don't know. All right, so let's get back to business. All right, so if I was to input this in 400 times 400, oh, I can't write that far. Let me scoot it over. All right, so pi times 400 times 400. All right. So when you multiply 4 times 4 times 4 is 16. You have to add those 4 zeros. And that is 160,000 times pi. Okay. But this is an estimate, so we could get rid of that decimal. We don't even need it. All right. So before we even really dive into this, what 2 choices can I scratch out? I can definitely scratch out the first one. If this is way bigger than 5,000. Okay. I could also scratch out the second one. Are there others that you think you could scratch out? If you guess 50 million, that's way too big, okay? What about 5 million? Do you think if I multiply 160,000 times 3, it'll give me 5 million? If you guess no, you're right. The best answer choice is the third one, which is about 500,000 meters squared. Okay, so remember, this is not an exact area. This is an estimate. And with estimates, we are allowed to round our answers. Okay, so if you had any issues with this opening warm-up, guys, make sure you visit your manager's Google Meet session. All right, guys, I'll see you guys in the next activity.